Hey, Paula Howard, how are you?
Hey, Bill, I'm fine. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful, so wonderful. Thank you, man.
Hey, Bill, you had a good day today?
Listen, that is it. Get up, boy. I said, I got this, homie. What you want me to do today? Obedience is the word. Always good to be obedient, you know what I mean?
Amen. Amen.
Hey, Claudia Harris.
All right. What's going on, man? Hey.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Hey, Jesse.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Carol G? What's up, Maria?
Hey. Hi, Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul.
What's up, Brian?
Dr. Paul! Hi, Dr. Paul!
What's up, Lisa?
Dr. Paul.
Maria?
What's up, Dr. Paul?
Hey, Dr. Paul. Here.
Yeah.
I can see you, Dr. Paul!
What's up, Floyd?
Dr. Paul.
That sounds like a car.
Dr. Paul, what's going on, black man? I got some testimony. I got some powerful testimony.
I have one too, Dr. Paul!
All right, Peter.
It's explosive. I'm ready to tell it all. What the doctors did to me.
Let me say, we had a good week so far, man. We got it going. Our lives. Looking forward to hearing from everybody.
Yeah. Hey, Nita, how are you? Okay.
All right, Big B, I'm about ready.
Yeah, buddy. All right, man. We are rolling and hot on YouTube, so we're fine.
All right, I want to welcome everybody to the band MP3. Put your hands together, fam. Hey. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
LP. And hopefully the place for all those questions that y'all wanted to answer. Baby, I'm going to come on down.
All right, buddy.
Oh, and then talk to people now.
We're going to stop sharing.
Yes, sir. There you go.
See everybody. How's everybody doing?
Everyone is fine, Dr. P.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Want to welcome everyone to the family tree. Good to see everybody. Everybody looking good. You got your Wednesday faces on. Hope you got your Brittany also, because we're going
Yes,
to go
sir. Yes, sir.
talk about some good stuff. This is the Family Tree. If it's the first time you're joining us, you know, we have the place, we say this is the place where the family comes together, because we hold together those traditional ancient laurel trees we used to gather around, and from that we used to start to talk about networking, anything going on with your life, your problems, situations, anything. Guess what? You can get it around the tree, because
I know that's right.
that's
Yes,
where
sir,
your
buddy.
family
Amen to that.
that's your social security. You gotta
Security,
say
yes,
it
sir.
slow now. Social
Security.
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 And that's not a check, that is your family. So we look at this as a place where you can ask any and all questions. If you want to join the conversation this evening, you can go right down to your chat bar, right where you see at the lower bottom, you may see reaction. Click on reactions. You can raise your hand like Big B up there.
If I can find it, it's hiding from me today.
I can't see it neither.
It's hiding
It's
from me
down
today. Wait a
All right,
minute, it's got to be here somewhere.
It's down there somewhere. Well, Big
I
B
don't
will
see it
show you.
neither.
It's
Ah,
down
go ahead.
there.
Bam, there it is.
There
Bam,
it is. There it is.
Mine
There
is
it
at the top.
It's on the bottom where it's, hey guys, it's on the bottom where it says more.
Yes.
Yep, right where it says more, click on there, and you can raise your hand and you can join the conversation. You can point, we'll put you in queue and you can ask your questions, and we may not be able to answer all the questions. We'll try our best to get to all of them as much as we can, but we are restricted on time, and then we'll try to do our best. If you're someone that does not want to go on screen, you may say, I got a question, but I don't want to get on screen. That's okay. Put your information down in the chat box, and then Prophetess over there, is she in here, Big B?
Yes, sir. Prophet is right next to me, buddy.
Oh, yeah, there she is. I see you,
Hey,
Prophetess. Let's give
Prophetess.
Prophetess a hand.
Yes. Hi, Providence. So good to see you.
Good to see you, Prophetess. Good to see you. And she'll put that in the chat box. And at the same time, always check there, because she's dropping information. Some of the questions before you ask, sometimes you look right in the chat box, your answers are right there.
And they're right
If you're
there,
someone
buddy.
that's calling in by phone, you may have missed the prompt where it actually tells you how to actually log in or get into queue. Don't worry about it. Just let us know you're calling by phone, and we'll try to get to your question. Sounds good?
Yeah, yes,
All right,
sir.
we're going to get started. And so, Big B, I want to give the host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan, a hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
What's up, Big B? Oh, buddy.
Raise my hand to ask a question.
All right, Big B. All right, Big B. All right, man. How you doing over there, buddy?
Yeah, man, ain't that a great day today, man. Got no complaints about anything. Can you believe that?
That's a good thing, man.
That's like I told a little earlier. I said, somebody asked me, how you doing? I said, that is it. Get out, Nero. Go and handle the business. That's I can handle it, because obedience is the word for the day. Whatever it is daddy wants,
That's right.
daddy's got. That's where it goes, man.
I see it. I hear you. I hear you. Well, Big B, lots going on in the world. You always start us off with the news and what's going on, but also before we start off, I want you to give the folks how they can participate in the Family Tree and how they can get the transcript of tonight's program.
Yes, indeed, man. As always, guys, in order to make sure you get a copy, make sure you get a copy of tonight's chat, send me an email, okay? Send me an email to meccavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's meccavideo@gmail.com. To support the Family Tree, use my Cash App, guys. That's $BILMORGAN. Again, that's $BILMORGAN. If you want to support us through Zelle and the bank, guys, that ID number is Dr. Paul at drpaulherbs.com. Again, it's Dr. Paul at drpaulherbs.com, or you just use our P.O. Box over here in Jersey. That's Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Again, that's P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Bring your friends, bring your enemy, bring your frenemies every Wednesday night so we can hang out.
Frenemies. All right, Big B.
All your frenemies, bring them all.
All right, I got you, buddy.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
right. Tell us, man, from our favorite website, what's going on.
From our listen, guys, from our very favorite website, get this here, worldometers.info.
You got it. Worldometers. That's right.
Okay, guys, coming from our very favorite site that's for our cases right now, we have on tap right now 704 million 271,641 cases, right? We have deaths at 7,006,319. Recovered mental health more, guys. Yes, 675,173,817. Now,
Wow.
for our active cases, Dr. Paul, going on right now, 22,091,505. And our closed cases hanging up right now, and they're updating as we roll, 682,180,136, guys. So that's
All
where.
right, buddy. All
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
That's
Yes,
some
sir,
good
man.
news, man. We always want to go in and give some good news because a lot of times you don't get the news on mainstream, but we look at those numbers and say those numbers mean a lot because they stand for encouragement for someone that's going through something. Go to that website, Worldometers. That's www.worldometers.info, and you can get all those detailed information. And you know what? It has so much other things in population. You can see daily numbers that are in real time, so you can see around the world what else.
Yes.
All right. Okay, we're going to get started, and we're going to go right into our session. If you join us for the very first time, welcome. As we let folks in, come on in. With that, we start off with a testimony. I always say that a testimony, I love to deal with testimonies because testimonies go a long way. We say that one shall set 1,000 to flight, two shall set 10,000 to flight. And
Yes.
with that, we
I
want
just
to
want
make
to
sure
testify.
that whatever you're doing, please make sure you mute yourself. Mute yourself
Yes,
until
mute
it's
yourself,
time
guys.
to come through. We say two shall set 10,000 to flight, just like the Bible says, and it means a lot. And I can say that only because I sit at the front line and I deal with people on a regular basis. And guess what? That's when people say, I got to have something to hold on to. It's always good to see testimony. Some people are about to go through a storm. Some people are in a storm. Some people are coming out of the storm. No matter what, that's a testimony for somebody. So without further ado, I want to open up the lines for anyone who has a testimony. The floor is officially open.
I have a testimony. Yes, I do.
All right, we've got Mark, and then we have Mina.
Okay, Mark,
All right,
you
Mark.
got it, buddy? Where
See
is
that?
Mark? I don't see him. I don't
He
see him.
was there just now. See, I know what it is. He was. Hey, Dr. Paul, he was so busy eating all that good vegetarian food. One of our sisters helped him out with that. Now his belly got full. Where you at, Mark?
Oh, I got you.
I've been through a serious storm, which I had to check myself in a hospital because of my MS. I had an MS flared up. My body was on fire. That record, Fired by the Ohio Players, it was all in my body. It was out of control. When I first got there, you know how it is when you go and want to check your blood pressure and all that. My blood pressure was 171 over 133. Wow. My body was on fire. These people say, oh, we need some blood pressure. And I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. Just get this pain off of me and watch it goes down. Make a story short, it went down to 135 over 80. I said, that's somewhere near my numbers. So while I was there, I had to have my my neurologist team, because she was awake. She was somewhere out of state. Out of the country. And she had told her team to come out to rescue me because I didn't want to actually go deal with the ER department, because they, if anything, like to change my meds, and I don't like that because it happened to me before. So when I finally got there inside my room, the doctors came out and whatnot and see what was going on with me. And I was sitting down for a very long time. So when they came, they said, Mr. Kinsey, how you doing? I said, I'm not doing well. So they did an examination on me. So they said, well, can you stand up? I said, sure, I can stand up. And I just rised up. And I didn't even put my hands on it. I just rose up. They was like, okay. So they said, doing that's good. So I kept doing it about 3 or 4 times, sitting down, getting up, sitting down. They was like, wow. They was like, we've never seen a MS patient do the stuff that you do. I said, ain't nothing but God. Ain't nothing but God. And oh man. And then so much was going on. I'm trying to observe. I would like to give props to Sister Aisha. I forgot her last name just that quick. But anyway, she made me some organic foods out of this world. Warren. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting your last name, but she hooked the brother up with some awesome foods. Oh my God. And I will become a vegetarian because I love it. I love it. I love it. But anyway, I checked myself. No, I didn't. No, this time I didn't check myself out of hospital. I left on their terms. And what they did to put this fire out, they gave me a heavy dose of steroids. So my body was out of control. And I feel like a brand new man now, y'all. I feel so freaking good. Matter of fact, I just came back from lifting weights and I tried to do a walk, but I was too exhausted. But I'm going to tell you one thing. God has been good to me. Rochelle, I think that's her name. I hope she's on there. I hope we can connect so I can try to get you straight in the whole 9 yards. So I can, first you got to get an assessment with Dr. Paul, then we can do some stuff and take it from there.
Everybody get Mark a hand. Come
All right. Way to go, Mark. That's what's up, buddy.
You're going through something, buddy, but we're going to put our arms around you. Everybody,
Mark. Good job.
All right. You got it.
also, I want to give a shout out to Aisha.
Good job.
Congratulations,
Aisha Warren. Yes, for Aisha. We give a shout out to Aisha also. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aisha.
Brother. That's why we say it's the family tree
That's
where you create connections and networks. Some of you that are connecting on this platform are meeting people that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. Sometimes the stories, you'll never forget the stories. That's why it's a pivotal part that you become a part of this, every Wednesday. So we thank you so much for participating. Rochelle, we look for you coming through next, all right? So
okay, I will. I plan on it.
All right.
Get on top of it.
All right. Good job, Mark. Good job.
All right, Mark.
Good work,
and the doctors mad at me because they can't make no money off me. All my vital signs was perfect. I knocked them out the freaking box, baby.
Oh wow. Okay, he's excited over there.
He's excited. All right,
Mark. Good job. Good job.
Okay. Next up is Mina. Dr. B. Mina, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
I am so glad to let the family tree know about my husband's improvement. His name is Elliot. He got sick on a cruise. We went on the second week in February. After going on a cruise, the doctor, he started throwing up and diarrhea and lost his appetite. So we went to the cruise doctor and they gave him some meds for nausea. We came home and then I take him to the VA emergency because he's still having problems. They did CAT scan, blood pressure, EKG, blood work, and nothing showed up. And last, they did a COVID test. They said he had a strain of COVID that affected his digestive system. And that came out positive. So he still didn't have the appetite and still was had a lot of problems with diarrhea. So I made that call to Dr. Paul. I said, Dr. Paul, and he gave an appointment and we went there. He talked to us about 2 hours, over 2 hours really. He did a complete assessment on him and urine and found he had an infection, a bacterial infection in his urine. I can't understand why VA, nobody else picked up on that. However, Dr. Paul told us what to do with the green drink. And the golden seal and aloe vera and also the Puree C. So I started giving that to him. And after he was starting feeling better, then after a couple of days, he started throwing up and diarrhea real bad. So I called, text, email Dr. Paul, and I emailed Big Bill, and Dr. Paul called, text, and emailed me back and told me it was the toxins coming out. Thank you so much for that. And anyway, since then, he's doing so much better. I mean, his strength is coming back, his appetite's coming back, his bowels are starting to thicken up, he's not getting nausea. I'm just so grateful. I just am so grateful.
That's
I can't thank you enough.
What you say
and suggest really works.
Yes. Let's get
really works.
That's what's up.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody come off mute.
Happy
Congratulations.
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 yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations.
That's
Yeah.
Makes all
Well done.
the world, guys.
That's
Makes all the
awesome.
in the world.
Very well
That is
done.
awesome. And give shout out to Elliot, my man. You know, it's about applying the principles. It's
Yes.
good to have,
Yep.
you know, it is good to have a good woman now.
Well, hallelujah.
Yes, yes. Because Mina, you stand on top of Elliot, boy. You know, it's Elliot like some of the stuff I didn't know if he was gonna go with, but he was like, I'm gonna do what you gotta do. So congratulations, Mina, and you continue to help Elliot through his process, and it'll
Yes.
be better. You know, that's
Yes.
basically a form of detoxing. Your body's
That's-
detoxing is purging. People think that, you know, throwing up is a bad thing. No, throwing up is not a bad thing. Throwing up is getting the poison out of you as fast as possible. Purge it out. So the
Yes,
body says,
yes,
some
yes.
people will say, I ain't taking that herb no more. That made me throw up. I said, that's exactly what it needed to do.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
congratulations again, Mina, and bless you and continue to do the great work, okay?
Indeed.
All right.
Dr. Paul,
All right,
let me say this. Listen, ladies, listen to something. Brothers, we just hard-headed jokers. Let me just go there. Sometimes y'all just gotta stand on top of our heads and just knock us in the corner. That's all.
Sound like
What-
Dr. Clarence.
I just gotta tell it like it are, y'all.
She said, really?
That's right.
What you know, we appreciate you, even though
I
we
know
don't say it
that's
all
right.
the time.
Pow.
We appreciate you big time.
She said,
So just,
really?
hey,
surprised he made
keep-
it. I'm surprised he made it out of the ER without a UTI diagnosis. That's usually their
Oh.
go-to.
yes,
I'm
yes.
telling you, it's amazing.
They didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful for that. Everything has turned
Yeah.
out fine for you. All right,
All
Dr.
right.
I had to get that in. So the ladies know, just be patient with us with our crazy selves.
Mhm. Okay, so who do we have next? Anyone have another testimony? Anyone else have a testimony? Anyone that has a testimony, it's time. You can say right now, whatever's on your heart and mind.
Yep.
Anyone have a testimony? If not, yep. Yep.
Okay.
who is
Well,
that?
if not that, Dr. Wall, we can go right to me up to Neat
Next.
up in the corner.
Yep. All right, so let's go to the questions. Yep.
All right, Nita.
Grand Risings, everyone.
This is yes.
And
I
Rising, hey,
really
Lisa.
don't have a question, but I just want, I read labels all the time, and I
Mhm.
found a strange one. I was trying to remember what was it I was purchasing, but looking, it was organic. I believe I was in Whole Foods, and reading the ingredients, it had organic canola oil.
Ooh, you know, start something easy.
I said, well, how did
Nope.
that happen?
Well, well,
Organic
tell you.
canola oil.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, I've seen
Or
that too.
you know what I'm seeing a lot
They
lately?
trying to fool
I'm seeing-
you.
They're throwing a lot of things. They're throwing a lot of things out there. There was one that I saw, naturally refined. What?
okay.
Naturally refined.
Yeah.
How do you
That-
do that?
How do you do this? Organic principles. That's another one. Organic principles. I'm like,
Wow.
what language?
You got to read, family. You
What
got
they're
to
trying
read.
to do is change the narrative. You change
Yes.
the narrative, you change the belief system. You change the belief, you start changing the laws. So
Mhm.
what's happening is what you say it enough, and then it becomes real to these people that they're changing the principles. There's only one universal law. You know, if it's life in it, it's gonna give you life. If it's dead,
Yes.
it's gonna be dead. That's it. There is no other. What did Big B? What did Psalmist say? Nothing new under the sun.
No, amen. There you go.
What? Yeah. If it's alive, it's going to give you life. Simple as
Yes.
that. Yeah, that's
And
it.
the other thing I always, and I will probably do it every time to reiterate, I saw a patient today and she was telling me, oh, I have all the equipment, my blood pressure cuff, I have everything. I have a glucometer. I said, you're diabetic? She said, no, but my husband was, but I just want to keep checking my blood sugar. I said, well, that's okay. I said, but what kind of blood pressure cuff you have? Oh, I have the one for the wrist. I said, oh, no. So she said, oh, well, they told me it was a good one. I said, well, okay, I'll tell you what, check your blood pressure. And then I'm going to check it manually like I always do.
Mm.
So when she checked it, she got 147/74. And then when I checked it manually, I said, you see, 130/70. You got a
Mm.
higher reading. I said, I would not use it. And
Mhm.
don't ever buy a wrist one. And I did give them, you know, the best product, the best name brand one out there if you're going to purchase an automatic cuff, but not a wrist. It's Omron. I don't think Omron makes any wrist cuffs anyway.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think they do. Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
So, but if you're going to purchase one and you have to get one, get the Omron brand, and whenever possible, get it checked manually whenever you can, so you can see.
Mhm. Yeah. All
That's-
right. Thank you, Nisa. You
You're
got you.
welcome.
I tell
Can
you,
you put that in the chat?
out there.
Can you put that in the chat?
Make sure you put it in the chat, Nita.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
sure will.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Nisa. Appreciate you. All right. Who else we got there, Big B?
Okay, there's Robin. It says Robin. ROBEN, Robin. Well, okay. While we wait for
Yes,
that to
I'm
go.
here.
All right, very good then. Go ahead.
Okay. I have my what is it called though? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the name of what my niece has. It's wait a minute. TRIGEMINAL neuralgia.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been
Trigeminal.
diagnosed. Say that again?
Mm-hmm.
Trigeminal.
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, my niece has been diagnosed with this. And we're trying to see if it's any kind of natural things that she can do to treat it.
Well, so it's the sinuses. It's like in the sinus area. It's a nerve that
So
actually talked about.
She said her mouth.
Yeah.
Like they thought it was a tooth issue. She had a root canal done. They realized that it wasn't that because that didn't ease the pain. It's really painful for her.
Mhm.
It's a blood
So they specifically said that's what it is, though.
Yeah, so they said it's a blood vessel that's touching the nerve. And one of the ways that they can treat it, there are several, but the one that would last the longest with her not having any side effects would be to cut like a nickel-sized hole in the back of her ear and go and place, I forget what it is, but they would place something in between the vein and the nerve so they wouldn't touch.
Right. So when you talk about the trigeminal nerve, that's actually sensation. It's going to affect the face. So it could be any different thing that's going on. I'm going to tell you what I usually say. I always say always first, check for structural issues first. Okay. How old is your daughter?
30.
She's 30?
Yeah.
How tall is she?
How tall? 5'9".
5'9", and what's her weight?
What's your weight? 200.
Okay. I would definitely start to look at structural issues. Got it? Is her neck hurting at all? Any neck pains?
No.
Not that you know of?
No.
Okay. I would definitely get checked out for a structural cervical. I would check the cervical first. Before anything, make sure that you don't have any structural issues. Doc is on. I think Doc is on. I think Dr. Lenny is on. Doc, is Dr. Lenny on? I thought I saw Dr. Lenny at one time. Maybe Doc.
Dr. Lenny.
And,
You might want to check her for TMJ.
Yep. Because you want to check for all that structural stuff. Before you start cut, ripping, or burning anything, you got to make sure there's no structural issues.
Right.
And right now, you got to eliminate that out the equation first, because if there's rotation in that cervical spine, you can cause anything from the top of your head to your thyroid a problem. So with that, you always want to be clear with that. So does she have a chiropractor?
No. No.
Okay, I would do that. That would be the first thing I would check out, because a chiropractor would tell you if there's some structural issues first. A lot of times they're not looking at that. They're just looking at the end result, which is there's a nerve, it's sitting on that nerve. Got it? So I would start to first look for structural issues. So you have your cervical spine, which is the atlas axis all the way down to C7, C1 through C7. And in that area, you may have some structural issues there. So eliminate that out the equation first, and then you move forward. So I would suggest, we do have Dr. Lenny that usually lines in. I did see him early. I think he might have.
I'm on, Doc.
He's
Oh,
there.
here he is. There he
He's there.
is.
Good
Hey,
evening.
Doc, what's going on, buddy?
How are you,
Did you
pal?
did you hear the conversation that we're
Yeah,
talking about?
definitely would look at that before you get a nickel size hole put in your head there, for sure.
Exactly.
And definitely, it could be a very debilitating condition. High rates of suicide potentially with that because it's so painful and it can be so
That's how you do a screenshot.
so detrimental. Definitely acupuncture. Also, I would suggest
Yeah.
one do both of those before. And I'd be happy to try and find somebody in your area if you're not local. I'd be happy to find somebody for you. Just shoot me a zip code.
Information.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Robin? Did you hear it?
Robin?
Robin?
Yes. Yes.
Did you catch that? Did you
Yes.
catch that?
No.
Okay.
He said no. All right. Sorry.
We
We're trying to screenshot your information.
Okay.
I said
So,
I'd be happy to find somebody for you if you're not local to
yeah.
help however we can, and I would definitely encourage acupuncture as well.
Yeah, Doc,
Yeah,
can
we
you give him your
we
number?
can-
Just give him your number for you, or we can put it in the chat box down
Yeah,
there.
just put that.
I
put that
tried
in.
acupuncture.
Because she
Acupuncture
actually
also.
is home from Japan. She's in the service. She's stationed in Japan. She's home right now for like a few weeks, like a month. So we can try to get her in within the time that she's here, but she is actually stationed in Japan.
Okay.
Is she-
So while she's here,
Yes.
two things, chiropractor, acupuncture. Got it? Those are the two things that you want to check first so that you can help to alleviate some of those things and change the meridians maybe that are pressing on those areas of the nerve. So what I would do is definitely give Doc a call. Doc, did you give your number? Is it in there? I'm sorry.
No, I just need him to put it in the chat box, even though
I'll
I
pop
just
it in there now.
called you a few
Okay.
minutes ago.
Okay, so if you're listening by phone and you need Dr. Lenny's information, it's 215-487-2500. Okay, that's 8151 Ridge Avenue. And that's just below the Andorra section, right, Doc? Off of Ridge Avenue.
Yes,
So
sir.
give him a call. And then you
Okay.
have, we have Dr. Eloise, who is,
I'm grabbing Dr. Eloise's numbers,
okay,
information.
is she on? Is Dr. Eloise on? Is she on?
I didn't see her.
didn't see her
But I'll
before.
keep a check for her though.
Yeah, I would do, see, you gotta go and look to see, we say, let the body correct itself as much as you can. Something is out of balance that caused that. And it could be the type of work, it could have been a situation, it could have been an accident, could have been a fall, it could have been anything. So what we want to do is try to correct it physically first and then move forward. Then you can try to do the other things. But yeah, definitely not putting nickel size holes in your head. No way. No. Don't
Okay.
pass. Okay. So I would check with those folks that we just gave you and just stay up and keep us posted. Okay.
Yes.
Could I say one thing? please?
And in the meantime, Robin, make sure you do this since they're putting all this stuff in the chat. Send an email to me at mechavideo@gmail.com. All this information will come as a chat. And with that being the case, I'll make sure you get a copy of this. I'll send it to you so you can actually, when you go back to watch the video on YouTube or on Dr. Dr. Paul's Facebook page, you'll be able to watch it and read the material at the same time. So make it more fresher in your mind. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you so much, Robin.
Thank you.
We keep you in
Dr.
prayer.
Paul.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Dr. Paul, could I say one thing while Dr. Lenny is on?
Okay.
Dr.
Korea, Mark,
Lenny-
we want to make
Dr.
sure
Lenny,
everybody gets
I
a
took
chance.
it.
Okay.
I
Mhm.
took an MRI, and I will bring it when I get that adjustment when I make appointment.
Sounds good, Mark. Look forward to seeing
All
you
right,
again. man.
thank you.
You got it, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good work.
Okay.
All righty. All righty.
All right. Is that everything, Robin?
Yep. I think
Oh,
she's good.
Okay. All right, Dr. Paul. We have a question up here from this is from Ron. He wants to know. He says, "I have what can I use for eye floaters? It is affecting my vision."
Mm-hmm. The floaters. The
Floaters.
nasty floaters. I would start by just washing the eye first.
Yes.
That
Yes.
would be it. Get you an eyeglass. Number one, get an eyeglass. We stay not
Okay.
to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Get an eyeglass. Not the eye plastic one, but the eyeglass. Once you get the eyeglass, then you start to rinse. I would start with the Crystal Geyser water
Right.
or any spring water bottle at the source. And I would start there first. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do. We have, of course, Ron, I think we might have talked about, you've heard us talk about the Dr. Christopher Zybright formula, which is one that helps with floaters. You can also put it in the form of the eye wash, but that needs special instructions. I would have to instruct you on how to do that. And that would take up a lot of time to go through. So just give me a call. I'll walk you through if you need to. But you can put it directly into your juice or a tea or some form of a green drink, and that will help you also. Got it? See, what happens is we have to look at floaters as possible issues with parasites in the system, but also floaters can also be just blockage, just debris on your lens that needs to be flushed out. So I would start there. There's one that I'm getting a lot of feedback on, and that's coconut oil.
Coconut oil?
Coconut oil, non-hydrogenated, organic and unrefined. And people take it and put it in the corners of the eye and just rotate it around the eye. And people have shown a lot of success from the coconut oil or coconut, like you take the coconut oil, put it just a little bit in the corners of the eye and rotating the eye in and out in the evening just before you go to bed. And people have shown some success from removing floaters that way also. Yeah, so I get a lot of that one. That's one that's more like a lot of people saying, yeah, I'm just using the coconut in the eye. Yep, because it's all natural.
Okay,
Natural.
so I'll try that.
All right, but
And
also,
I was going to say, Dr. Paul, I've had very good success with the floaters and using the Dr. Christopher's eye formula. Because I started out having them and I used it for quite a while and floaters went away.
This went right on away. There you go.
Yeah.
That
That's
Dr.
great.
Christopher's eye bright formula is stuff. So Ron, you can run right around the corner of Wayne Avenue and grab that one, buddy.
Wow.
Okay, I will. Thank
He got
you.
the eyeglasses too. He got the eyeglasses.
They have that also?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had the plastic one, so I guess
yeah,
I'll
no
get
plastic.
the glass
That's
one.
right. Get the
Yeah,
glass.
always
That's
get the
right.
glass ones.
All right. Good stuff, Ron.
All right, thanks.
Okay,
right, thank you.
all right, Dr. P. Sarah wants to know what time of day should I let me go here. What time of day, okay, should I take herbs for the brain?
Anytime. For the brain. All right, I would give you a heads up. I would say, no pun intended, heads up. I would say the time that you would be most active in using your brain. See, some people, we say your fuel source for nutrition is when you're utilizing it the most. And that means if you're a thinking person, take your herbs. That's why we try to say if you're going to do a green drink first time in the morning, second time would be somewhere between 1 and 3, because that's the most active time during the regular cycles. And 1 and 3 is usually when people start to fade the most. That's when you see that sort of start to roll down a little bit. But that's if you start to do now some things with, feeling, doing it in that time, you raise your body's potential for hydrogen so that you can get you to dinner time. So whatever the most active time during the day is when you want to fuel up. And that's usually between 12 noon and 7 p.m. Not sure what cycle. What cycle was that, by the way? Anybody know what cycle that is? What cycle is that? Oh man, quick.
Simulation.
Intake.
There you go. Intake cycle. That's right. Your intake cycle is in 12 to 7. That's the time your body's expecting you to take the most nutrients in. So get that in. And guess what? You can start to handle a lot of pressure and a lot of things because that's your most woke time of the day. Got it?
Okay.
Good stuff.
All right. Summer, you're next. Summer, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Big Bill.
Hey,
All
Summer,
right.
What's
All
going
right.
on?
What's going on? So I have a couple of questions. One is I was in Whole Foods. I'm like Nisa. I was in Whole Foods.
Well, y'all like scouts, man. I'm scared of y'all.
I swear I saw, and I'm sure you guys have seen it too. I saw spring water by 365 and it said bottled at the source.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Okay, here's the scoop there. I thought I mentioned it before,
Okay.
but I'll say it again.
Yeah.
365 was bought out, white labeled. It is the Crystal Geyser.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
you
was
did.
white labeled. It was white labeled. And they just said, I guess they're going to jump on that train and just going to put their name on it. That's what they did. So anytime you see CG Roxanne is the Crystal Geyser water. Right, Big B? Look on your
Yep.
bottle. See
Yes,
that
sir.
bottle?
So,
Yep.
Yeah,
what
that's the
you're
one
saying
that
is
you're going to
that-
see it. Mm-hmm.
So that spring water that I'm seeing, it just says bottled at Mountain Source 365 Whole Food Market. That's actually Crystal Geyser?
Yes.
That's actually Crystal
Yes, it
Geyser.
is.
You also see CG Roxanne on there. See CG
Right.
Roxanne on there?
No, I took a picture of it. I don't, maybe it's on the bottom. Hold on, bottle. It says 2020.
Says
No, it
by
doesn't.
CG Roxanne. Right. It's almost like it's real tiny. Right about there.
Right, not on the actual case. Maybe I need to, because I'm looking at the case. I didn't actually open up, buy one of the cases. Because I wasn't going to buy it before I asked you whether or not it was legit. So I didn't buy the case of it. But
Well,
I took
remember,
a
now they
picture
do
of it.
have several other waters. Just make sure you get the right one.
Yes.
The one that we're speaking about, though, it'll have CG Roxanne on there. It'll even say it.
Okay. Oh,
So
it does.
if that
You know
doesn't
what?
have it, that may not be the right one.
Okay, I do
Okay,
see
so-
that. I enlarged the picture and it's in tiny letters. Bottled at the CG Roxanne Spring Source in Johnston.
There you go.
So,
There you go. If people are still looking for Crystal Geyser, you can get it. Whole Foods has a whole huge thing of it, but I'm sure
There
it's
you
probably
go.
more
There you
expensive.
go. Yep, that's
More
it.
expensive.
Yep.
So
Yep,
the-
that's the same one.
Okay,
It's just that it costs more. It costs more than Big Lots, though.
it does. It does.
Yeah,
But
because
I'm
it got that
telling you,
name on it. Just got a different label. That's all.
Yeah.
Same water.
Definitely does. The
Yeah.
other thing I have a question on is the other couple of weeks ago, you were talking about lecithin, removing toxins and metals, I think it was. Correct me if
Okay.
I'm wrong.
Well,
But
yeah,
the
it
one-
can.
Okay, I ordered it from Lewis Labs, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And when I got it, it says contains soy.
Not lecithin, not from Lewis Lab. That was brewer's
Uh-huh.
yeast. Yeah.
No, I'm holding it in my hand. Lewis Labs lecithin granules. On the back, it says contains soy. Ingredients: soy lecithin, soy, natural
Mhm.
fruit flavors, pineapple and coconut, and tricalcium phosphate.
Mm-hmm.
So is
Okay.
that, can I,
Now you remember now, this is where we have to demyth a lot of what people have been told. And you've
Okay.
been told that soy is bad. Soy's not bad. It's what they're doing
Okay.
to soy that's bad. See, all
What
the
is-
studies that
what
Yeah.
soy is bad?
no, soy is not bad. No, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
No, it's not bad. See, the problem with the narrative with soy is that it's got a bad rap because of what they're doing to the soy. It's the excess soy that they're utilizing. Remember, soy beans are actually used when they plant soy. That's after the second harvest. When a farmer farms, he gets two harvests. He gets the fruit or the vegetable, or whatever the harvest is, and then he has a seed harvest. After the seed harvest, he's ready to take those seeds and prepare for the next season. Well, what do to make sure the land regenerates? They plant soy. It's the perfect regenerator. It
Yes.
has the ability to create, not only it grows, it has that nitrites that regenerate the soil, but it also creates a bed for the winter. So it's a perfect source. So when they came up and they started using this, it's just that at the time of year, they got all these soybeans. We don't know what to do with them. Everybody's got them. So what do? Well, let's use it as filler. Let's do something like synthesize it or modify it with a GMO, and we can add it as a meat or filler for things like crackers, cakes, cookies, pies, all this other stuff. That's when it's been destroyed. Got it? That's when it becomes the bad soy. See, that one that raises estrogen and all that, all those studies that they throw out there about soy is never talking about non-genetically modified soy. They're always talking about, yeah, it gives little boys breast, raises estrogen levels, bad for women with cancer, but it's never a verifiable source or study that was ever done with non-genetically modified. Whenever that is, we don't see a problem. If it has the ability to regenerate soil, what do you think it can do for you?
All right.
Absolutely. Got it? It can regenerate everything. So keep that in mind and just understand that it's what they're doing to the soy that's the problem. Long as it says non-GMO, and you should see that on there. You see non-GMO?
I'm looking now and
Most of the
GMO free.
Yep, there it is. There it is right there. Yep, GMO free.
GMO free. Mhm.
So people like Lewis Lab are very on top of that. And that's where they, real people know the real narrative, really, the real knowledge and the real information. And they'll put that stuff out there because people don't study nutrition. But that's the truth of the matter. Okay? So lecithin is good. It's good also for the digestive system. You'll see lecithin in a lot of things like colon cleanses. You'll see it reducing cholesterol. It does a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
Okay.
So it's also good for diverticulitis, things like that. Diverticulitis, things like ulcers. People who chew a lot of gum. People who chew a lot of gum. Yeah, people who chew a lot of gum have a lot of ulcers.
Okay.
So things like lecithin is what we recommend on that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. All right, Summer.
Good questions.
See, that's why we come here, Dr. Paul. Get all the good stuff.
Good. Yeah, we got to you got to demyth a lot of the nonsense out of it.
I know that's right, man. All right, before we go to Gloria, I have a question from Margaret. You want to know, can someone with lymphedema in the legs reduce swelling using castor oil? And what other ways?
Yeah, castor oil will always help.
Castor oil packs.
Castor oil packs work, but still we have a lymphatic issue. We have a system that's not moving. It's a sludge in the system. Kidneys are not moving. Things are backing up. So you got to get the lymphatic system moving. We have specific herbs and things, but there's a rule of 101 where we got to start to get them to eat right now. We got to start to stay away from certain foods that block up the lymphatic system and get it moving. So the number one thing, Prophetess, I don't know if you have a list of the lymphatic stuff that we talk about. First thing we got to do, of course, is your water. You got to get your water right because nothing moves, even if you take the herbs, unless you get the water right. There are specific herbs that can help to move that. Dandelion is one. We say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Dandelion, chaparral, okay, cleavers. These are herbs that will grab like claws and pull this off of you. Sea moss, all those things are like drag nets. Anything that has the little ability to start and kickstart the kidneys and start to get that thing moving. Also, exercise. You got to start to move the body. Got it? You got to move because remember, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It only has muscles that twitch and they only move when you move. So you got to get your exercise and start moving more. Okay. So I would say assessment, have them come on in and get an assessment and we'll can instruct them properly on what they need to do.
Dr. Paul, can I also add something? All of that you're doing, because I use the dandelion because I started having the swelling. But lymphedema is in my practice is one of my areas of expertise because I'm a wound consultant. The other thing, doing all those things that you said, they need compression as well. Wearing, and I do wear some compression. I don't compress anyone until I do an ABI. I need to check the circulation. But if the circulation is where it needs to be, then I compress. If it's mild, I tell them to get compression socks. I wear them every day, especially when working. And if it's mild, they do not need, there's a compression reading, as you may know, and the mildest is like 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury. That's the amount of compression you need. So, but compression is the other thing, but that dandelion works because I take it every day, taking it every day now.
Brings it on down. Yeah, gets it started.
Tea or a pill?
And I
So,
saw,
Dr. Paul, what was that you asked me for?
what was that?
What did you ask me for?
The list on the lymphatic system.
Lymphatic. Okay, let me see. Lymphatic.
Mhm.
Yes. There's no list. We have the lymphatic exercise and the Mary. I think it's
Mary
Mary.
Ruth.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mary Root. That's what you were talking
Mhm.
about.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
list of a lot of different things, but really, you have to get the person into a more healthier way of life, habit size, because it means, see, you can still do the things, but you still have to stop doing the things that are causing the problem. And that's why an
Absolutely.
assessment is always in order. You got to get an assessment so we can see where you are, so you learn how to eat and then learn how to stay away from bad stuff. So that's usually the problem. You got it? So
Have to
we start
move.
you there. Yep, we start you there. So thank you, Nitha. Appreciate you.
You're
That's
welcome.
good. Hey, matter of fact, Nitha, maybe you can help them. Can you give the number out? Maybe are you
I'll-
offering services to help
As
people?
a matter of fact, yes, because we're trying to get our certification, so we're looking for patients.
Okay, absolutely.
Just
So
put your
definitely
information in the
I'll put it
chat,
in the
Nathan.
chat.
put that information in
Alright.
the chat, but just give out your information for those that may be listening by
Listen by
phone.
phone.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, my information, you can contact me 267-970-0342. And I'll repeat 267-970-0342. And the name of our agency is Alera Home Health.
Alara, spell that for me.
Alara.
Yeah, ALERA Home Health.
Excellent, excellent. And thank you, Nitha. And definitely, I can say that is a very, very needed area right now of the people that are coming through for assessments. There's a lot of the lymphatic systems are backing up. People are
They're
backing
not
up.
moving. They're not
Not
moving.
And a lot of this has to go back to the food, y'all. It has to be the food.
Absolutely.
It can't be anything else than these bioengineered ingredients and what's going on. I'm gonna have to do an update with y'all probably within the next week or so. I'm going to do an update on where are we with the bioengineering, because everyone's asking questions, but nobody's answering them.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
ask these officials, what's going on with this bioengineering? They're putting it on the labels and things, but what is it? They've never identified it since the beginning of 2023. So I'm going to have to do an update on that real shortly. Okay, but we are backing up. People are backing up. So, Nitha, you're very needed right now.
And the one thing I just want to add, when I go in and see these patients, because as soon as they come to the door, as soon as I go in, my assessment starts because I'm looking. And first things a lot of the patients tell me, because they're on Lasix, furosemide, a water pill. And I tell them, see, the doctor doesn't know what he's doing. All he sees is swelling and want to get you a water pill, but that's not your problem. So you don't need a Lasix. If it's not a kidney or a heart issue, you don't need Lasix. You have a lymphatics problem.
That's right. And they're going by protocol, and these protocols have been lined up for eons, and they just don't change. They don't change. They want to get, this is what happens when you see this. This is what you do. When this has happened, this is what you do. And none of them stray from that, and then nobody gets well. So that's why we got to change that. We got to change the narrative, change the approach, and now move forward with better information. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, thank you. All right, Gloria, you're up next. I see you.
All right, I turned the camera on. How's everyone?
What's going on,
How's the
Gloria?
family? Yeah, I
doing
want to
well.
thank you, Dr. Paul, for that opportunity. I saw you on Monday, and I'm just doing some following up. I didn't get the email with the test that you did.
Yep, I sent it to you. Check your email.
Uh,
Yeah, I
Check your spam. Check your spam too.
I checked the
Oh,
email. Yeah,
I'll
make
check
sure
the
you check.
email and I'll check the spam. I'll check
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah.
If not, I'll call the office. When I saw you and you were saying I told you I ran out of the burdock root, and you said, okay, what we would do instead of that is either milk thistle or dandelion. So my daughter gave me this This is a milk thistle. It's a double strength milk thistle extract with 300 milligrams, and it says detox liver support with artichokes and dandelion. So you think this one is good? It's the brand name is Now.
Yeah, it's not a bad brand, but I think that's too much for you. I think that's too much. See, remember, they're going to do combinations. Okay, every time you see those numbers, when they pile those in, you got dandelion and milk thistle. Those two, most people don't need both of those. You just need one.
But
It'll
yeah,
work for one.
they said with artichoke and dandelion.
Yep. So you don't need a complex. Those are complexes.
Yeah, I just grabbed it because she had it, and she said when I told her what some of the things she said, I have some milk thistle here, so I just grabbed it. So I'll go ahead and buy my own. So
So remember, and then this is a good point. This is a very good point, Gloria, because remember, we don't want too much, because now it makes the liver actually overwork. Now I got to use double energy. See, both of those herbs are frequency for the liver. Got it? So milk thistle and dandelion. Not saying it's not going to work, but it's going to put more stress on the liver. And if you're trying to repair the liver, start with one. They don't do both, because now they're both going to go and do that, and that can cause dehydration, and it can cause heart palpitations, things like that. So you want to do one. That's all you need is one. So either milk thistle or dandelion is what I would recommend. You know, that's usually what we're looking at.
Okay.
One or the other. Yeah.
All right.
Mute yourself, Cynthia. Mute yourself, Cynthia.
I just got one more point that I want to make on that. Whenever there is a herb, all right, somebody, who's that? Cynthia?
Cynthia, yeah, Cynthia Douglas. There we go. Thank you, Cynthia.
I got her. Remember, herbs are autonomous. They've been around 1 billion years. They don't need no help. They said, hey, I've been here a long time. It's nice to do combinations, but it goes on the concept that a lot of these companies and nutraceutical companies are pushing that more is better. More is not better. Balance is better. Just keep that in
I
mind.
got it. Okay. So the tea, you recommended tea or capsules with the how you say it? Cinchona.
Cinchona, right.
Okay. I did go to Herb. I picked up the capsules. I figured that would be
that's a good one too. That's a good one.
Now this one, I thought you said that was for heart and vascular. Did you say that?
That's for palpitation, rhythmic issues.
The palpitation. Okay, rhythmic. Yeah. Okay. What happened? I didn't see that on there. What I saw, I mean, you may know that it can be used for that, but they said support digestion, for support healthy digestion, promotes what is it?
Right, it does all those things. It does all those.
Cleaning the intestine. I think that's intestinal. Wait a minute, let me see. INTESTINAL. Intestinal. Intestinal.
Yeah, so it's happening, right. So it's not saying it's not good just because it's not on the label. So it's saying that, cinchona is used from the bark from a Brazilian tree. That's what's used to make things like hydroxychloroquine. When they're making hydroxychloroquine, that's where it comes from. And so it's actually used from things like the quinine is made from that. That's where all those things that deal with rhythmic issues. Got it? So that's why it's always used as a rhythmic herb. So it's definitely good for digestion also, but it also is very known for being very good for arrhythmias, heart murmurs, things like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Right.
Appreciate it.
All right, Gloria.
Good stuff.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Up next, Upenda. You're right next to her. Upenda, you there?
Yes.
There
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
All
Hi,
right.
Dr. Paul. How you doing?
What's up,
it's nice to hear
Panda?
you guys. I just have a quick question. So I went to
Necessary question. No quick questions, right?
Okay. I went to the doctor and she kind of scared me a little bit because I'm 50, and she was saying how I need to take the for shingles. I need to take the
Shingles
yeah.
shot.
And I'm like, she was like, it's if you were to get it, it would be very painful. So my question to you, and she was like, I don't have a way to subside the pain. Whatever. I'm asking you, what do I take so I don't get no shingles, later on in life or whatever? Because she says you take one dose and that's it, or take partner doses or some stuff she said, and I don't want to take that crap.
Right. So okay, I got you. I feel you now. I feel a big beast.
I heard that. Yeah, what about that you didn't understand?
She got a little attitude too.
Well,
all right. So what you're looking at is always going to be antiviral. Okay, antiviral. So when you're dealing with shingles and things like that, you're looking at, of course, the chicken pox. So what you're looking at, there's a list of Prophetess. Do we have those?
Yeah.
Yes, I will get them.
Yeah. Things that are antiviral.
Okay.
Those are things that actually help with that, to kill viruses and things like that. We just say better protection. Now, if you've been are you facing any issues or symptoms of that?
No, no. She just was saying, because I'm 50, I need to take it. It's a precaution.
Supposed to be precautionary.
Money.
Well, hallelujah.
I knew we was gonna say something. This is sense. That sounds like protocol to me.
Well,
that sounds like profiling too. That's profiling.
She's trying to get me because I'm getting better, so I'm getting off of this medicine. She got to do something. She got to figure something.
Yeah, she got to figure it out because you about to divest from her.
Yes.
So things like we have a list of herbs that are antiviral.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw off a couple off the top of my head. We've given them out before. Maybe I can expand upon them just a little bit. Usually they're not going to have anything for viral. They'll have antibacterial, but nothing that's antiviral. So that's why they just say get shot, and then of course they gets into complications of your age is here, now you should have this. But here's what we say: herbs that do this that are antiviral. First one would be olive leaf. Olive leaf and olive leaf extract. Okay.
I'm sorry. Is that olive leaf and not olive oil? I mean, not the
olive oil, olive leaf. That is correct. This is the herb here. This is olive leaf.
And not the oregano oil, because I need to fix
Not the oregano oil. It has antiviral properties also, but primarily this is olive leaf. Yeah, olive leaf. Now, also, you're going to go into the family of things like astragalus. Okay, astragalus, astragalus, astragalus. You can get into things like simple things like, believe it or not, licorice. Licorice. We call licorice sweetgrass, Big B, sweetgrass. And that's not Twizzlers.
These are antivirals you're calling off?
Yeah, these are antivirals. Yeah, that's why I said I'm expanding upon it a little bit.
Okay, I'm saying because none of these are on my list now.
None of them are on your list. I did say that I was expanding on them, right? All right. Zinc, of course. Zinc is a good one. Matter of fact, zinc is very they started to see that you would just take, I think it was 60 micrograms. I think it was the zinc. Let me see, which is the zinc in? Who was it in? Zinc, when you take it in about 60 per week, it started and reduced viruses something like 50% just by taking it once a week. So what does it do if you take it every day? It's a great thing. Elderberry, the black elderberry. This is very good for this time of year because there's a lot of stomach viruses going on right now. A lot of measles going on. So black elderberry is perfect right now. And its best is the one from Israel. That's the best one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and then that's just a few of them. There's a list probably that Prophetess is giving me down there. It's a lot of different ones. So, oh, let me give you one. I gotta give you this one. I gotta give you this one, and that's the Thuja. 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 Thuja.
HUJA. Okay.
That would be probably, of all the ones I just mentioned, that would be the highest one.
I'm getting it.
I heard that. I'm getting it. Well,
Stops the replication of the viral load. Stops the replication of the viral load. Can't reproduce. That means it's like taking a knife and putting it to a tire. Ain't going nowhere. It shuts down. Yeah, that's what it does.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
all right,
Good stuff.
Brenda.
Good stuff. Good
You're
stuff.
good. All right.
Good stuff.
Dr. Kathy Hinsford. We're going to go right across the top, Dr. Paul. We got what, 4 or 5 of them.
All right.
Kathy?
All right. And then I want to go into something, Big B. Let's drink one more, and then I want to break down something real quick.
All right.
Okay.
You got it. All right, Kathy.
Good evening, all, Dr. Paul, Brother Bill, and everyone. Thank you for taking my call. This is going to be quick and kind of general. Dr. Paul, what is the likelihood of somebody who is a mostly vegetarian or vegan, sometimes pescatarian, getting a tapeworm? Let me give you the, yes.
It can be very high. It can be very high.
Yes. Okay. This person looked, in the clear toilet and took a picture of something that they thought they didn't have any symptoms, but they took a picture of something that they thought, and they showed it to a doctor. The doctor thought that they didn't have symptoms and that it was a low likelihood of that person having a tapeworm. They thought maybe it was mucus.
No. If you saw it, that's it is. That was where it was. Tapeworms are very much.
Yeah.
You can get parasites from vegetables. Okay. Matter of fact, some of the highest forms of parasites come from.
You're freezing. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you there? Can you hear?
I think it's my connection. You're freezing.
Yeah, it's definitely yours. Big B.
Well, no, I'm fine. And you guys, and you know what? It may be on your side, Kathy, but as long as you can hear him, don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah. So you can have parasites of any and all kind. They come, there was a story.
Every time he starts to talk, I can't hear him. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't hear him.
Yeah, when I can hear him until about 4 words in, and then I can't hear.
Okay. Can you hear Big B?
You can hear me all right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you can't hear me.
Now I can hear you, but it's the last 3 attempts after 4 words, I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Talk slower.
Yes, let's try one last time.
Okay. Keep going. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, just talk slower.
All right.
It's buffering.
So here is what you want to do. You always a vegetarian or vegan is just as susceptible as anything else. You can get parasites from water. You can get parasites from everywhere. That's why we say cleanse every change of seasons. We're never, anyone tell you they don't have parasites, they lying. They lying.
Absolutely.
Everybody have it. Everybody has them. It's a part of the body tearing down. Got it? If we didn't have parasites, nothing would decay the matter. That's right. That's what maggots do.
Yep.
Everybody don't like to see maggots when you drop in the trash out, but they're doing their job. We're breaking down this thing from matter to gas. That's what they're doing. So that's what happens. We need that process. But to what extent your parasite is invading the system, that's a problem. That means that there's vegetables. There was one situation, and I'm just going to leave this. I'm going to just so that you can hang on to this. There was a situation where there was a group of folks that were in Jamaica. All right, they were in Jamaica, all vegetarians, all vegans, and next thing you know, they were all eating out. They had a great time. Came home, and everybody got sick. I mean, everybody got sick. They couldn't figure out what it was. I mean, everyone went to the hospital and was getting, you know, their stomachs, they were throwing up, they had every sign. Guess what it was? Parasite. It was a parasite that was carried by a snail that was on the lettuce that they were eating.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? And when they ate the lettuce, it had the worms in it, or the larva, and that larva got into their stomach. And by the time they got home, everybody had the same outbreak in their gut. And then therefore they started having. So just to say, wash all your fruits and vegetables as much as you can. I'm sure y'all heard about the you know, taking some baking soda.
Yes, I do. The aluminum free.
No. This follow me. Things like strawberries. If you take strawberries, right, and you take vinegar and baking soda, put it in a bowl and put it on there, you're gonna see all them bugs come out of there.
Ew. Ew.
You're gonna see all the bugs. It is what it is, y'all. So strawberries is very contaminated right now. So there's not saying that you can't, you know, defend yourself, because your body's always defending yourself, but just keep a good cleanse. That's why I do the parasite cleanse all the time. The colon cleanse in the parasite form, you got to keep it moving.
All right.
Can you do the parasite without doing the colon, or you still recommend?
Sure, you can do that, but we always try to get those that are starting for the first time. You got to get your digestive system moving.
Correct.
Because even if you do it the parasite, that's for people who really are advanced, and they know if there's a situation where you got to get it out right away, then we'll say go to the parasite formula. But in most cases, you got to get your bowels moving, because even if you destroy it, you got to be able to move it out. And some people can destroy it, but they can't move it out. So that's why we say cleanse.
Yes, because there was a medication they said that paralyzes them, but doesn't move it out. I don't know. Yeah, $6,000 for $6,000 for 28 pills.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Y'all give my parasite formula. Let's go on, baby.
Oh my.
I guarantee you that's a mess. That's
okay,
terrible.
Thank you, but I will tell her about the parasite cleanse.
All right.
Tell her my parasite cleanse. Anything in the wormwood family, Artemisia is what it is. Artemisia, that's the family. So that's mugwort, that's fennel, that's all of those things. They will definitely deal with it. You don't have to go extravagant to something that expensive. That's ridiculous.
Right.
That really is ridiculous. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, Dr.
I'm in the
Paul.
wrong business, man.
You know, right? All right, Haraya, you're up next.
Yes. Good evening.
That's
Dr.
all right.
What's up, Haraya? That's right. You don't
Dr. Kofi
That's cool.
and Bill. Look, I just wanted to say, a good friend of mine, I was trying to get his email, but he sent me a big bag of soursop. A soursop. Yes, indeed. I waited a long time to get this, but he has it in, and I wanted to pass it along to the family. But so I'll get the email. But anyway, what I wanted to ask is that I'm taking this ubiquinol, and it has oh my goodness, oh God, I don't have my glasses on. Wait a minute. Anyway, okay, this stuff is called SHILAJIT extract.
Say it one more time. Shilajit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I never heard of that before, and it's in the ubiquinol, and it seems like it when I looked it up.
Again, real creative.
It seemed like
real
it was
creative.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what that is. Yeah, I'll tell you what that is. Remember, ubiquinone versus ubiquinol, and then they're actually now adding Shilajit. Shilajit is actually gotten this really, I guess, in the last 2 or 3 years now. Shilajit is the plant matter. We talked about it several times. I did a whole show on that on the radio. Shilajit is plant matter. It's like a goo. And it's after the plant decays and it's tearing down, it's actually leaves on the mountain. So they scrape that down and it becomes a catalyst because it's regenerating. It's excellent fertilizer for mountains and for plant matter. So what you do is when you take that, it actually can accelerate as a catalyst. It's catalyst. It's on the mountains of Nepal in Asia, in Nepal. So what is so same place where you get the Himalayan salt, same mountain. So what happens is this is actually used. Now, why would they be putting it with ubiquinol? They're looking at it as an antioxidant. So, I mean, I think it's very creative that they're doing this thing, but that may not be working for everybody.
Okay.
It needs no you don't need to compare that with nothing. You know, some of the stuff that they're doing is just for marketing and advertising.
Yep.
Okay, one other thing. I brought a garlic tablet and it says it has sulfites in it. And I was trying to get the purest garlic that I could get. So, you know, I'm just getting the garlic, you know. But what is this sulfites? Is that
what brand do you have? I'll take a look at it.
I got Nature's Way from Wayne Avenue. And it's 580 milligrams per serving. So I'm taking 2 so I can get 1,000 or so milligrams of garlic.
Well, remember sulfur. You're still dealing with sulfur. Got it? So you remember garlic is a sulfur. So usually what they're doing, they're adding additional sulfites to actually help to enhance the properties of what an allium really is. Alliums are scrub brushes. They're natural antibiotics. So they're just giving you the additional sulfites that would be with that. So we're looking at things that are just sulfur based. And a lot of people are sulfur deprived because a lot of the foods are very sulfur deprived. So they're adding additional ones.
Okay. And I got a comfrey ointment that I can take internally from Amazon. Am I being realistic to expect that this can work on this torn meniscus that I have? Because I got it so I could to help me start walking. I was so inspired. I want Mark to know. I was so inspired last week by him walking back and forth. I actually got kind of jealous. I'm like, whoa, get this guy.
Go ahead, Mark.
I said, I can't let this guy beat me. I gotta get
y'all gonna get out there and race.
Yeah. But anyway, taking it internally, can I expect that it will work on like mending the torn meniscus?
Sure. You know, you're talking about comfrey, right? You said comfrey?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's what comfrey is in. You know, when you take that tea, that puts might back in your hands. It puts density in the bones, very high in iron, high in magnesium. It actually brings magnetism back to the muscles. So yes, it really helps to regenerate. Now you may want to do some comfrey wraps. You know, you can do comfrey wraps, just like you would do castor oil packs. You can get the wraps. You can get those same type of wraps, and you would take the comfrey and you would take it as an herb, as a tea, and you can soak it as a little bit into like some cheesecloth, put it in one of those packs, wrap that right around the knee, and let it push it directly into the knees. That will help the regeneration of the meniscus. But I would also say now, remember, meniscus falls in the Brucea family. The Brucea is the pads. So that means you got to watch your food choices. Make sure your alkaline stays high. Because remember, when your body's in a state of acid, I'm going to go after that meniscus. I'm going for them pads. I'm going for them joints, the ligaments, the connective tissue. That's why that's what your fatty acids are for. So that's what you got to get the sea buckthorn. So along with the comfrey, I would be doing something like sea buckthorn.
I'm doing that. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that. And then I'm taking glucosamine and chondroitin. I ran out of my green drink, but I'm getting a pack in because I heard Neitha when she said to take the green drink first, and then the MSM or the well, I think the chondroitin and glucosamine.
The MSM.
MSM. Yep.
Yeah.
So you would do right after you're doing your green drinks, you would follow up with the MSM, usually 30 minutes after you take it. You could take MSM, like start with a 1/4 teaspoon in some water. 30 minutes after, it pushes into the cell, allows
Yeah.
the absorbability of the cell. So that's what's going to help also with meniscus. But here's the thing, Will, got to be very intentional with this. It goes back to your pH. If your pH is still off, I'm still going after that knee. Got it? I'm still going after it. I'm still going after that hip. See, the hip is the #1 place where the body will go to pull the calcium out of you. It'll go for the hip because the hip has what's called the pelvic floor. That's the perfect place to grab all of the calcium. That's why there's always going to be a hip problem first. When people have hip problems, that's the first sign your body's in a state of too much acid. So when you master the acid or that pH, you master your pain. That's what it is.
Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right. All
Good
right.
stuff. Good stuff.
All right.
Good
All right.
stuff.
Melissa, you're next. These next 3 or 4
Before
people.
we do that,
And
Big B, I got
yeah.
something I want to talk about.
All right, go
Melissa,
ahead.
can you hold on for just a little bit, Melissa? Hold on for just a second. All right.
okay,
I got
okay.
something I want to talk about. And I talked about this, I guess someone brought this up about a week or so ago, and I want to talk about the tongue. Okay, the tongue.
Mhm.
All right. And with that, I want to show you a tongue chart. Okay, tongue chart. You know, we say that the body tells on you, Big B. Tells
Mhm.
everything about what's going on with you. Did you know that? Did you
Mhm.
know that your tongue tells everything about you, but the body, over part of what we go through in naturopathy, which is African holistic health, says that the body tells on you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Got
Right.
it? So that means even your tongue has the ability to tell about what's going on with you. So I'm going to share with the family. All right, let me know if you can see this, Big B. Let me know if you can see it. Entering to your screen here, buddy. I want to share with you some of the descriptions of the tongue. These are tongue charts. And if you see these things on your tongue anywhere, these are signs and symptoms that you could be experiencing, okay? All right, Big B, you ready?
Yep.
All righty. Let me know when you can see this.
Okay. Yep. We can now.
All right. So what you can see, if everybody can see this,
Right.
now the rule of thumb is inconsistencies on the outside represent inconsistencies on the inside. Did you hear that?
You make it
Mhm.
bigger,
Say that
please.
one more time. Inconsistencies on the outside represent inconsistencies on the inside. Got it? So when you start to see things that appear on things like the tongue, it actually means something. It means that your body's experiencing something. So your body's, this is the way we say that in ancient times, they ain't cut, rip, or burn nothing out of you.
Okay.
Y'all supposed to laugh on that one. Anyway.
Well.
All right. So here is the description of a lot of what you see on the tongue. Let me get these folks in. Get some more folks in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Some people in the waiting room there, Big B.
Yep.
All right.
I see them.
All right. So as you can see, if you see any types of, you see right here, right around, this is the tongue, of course.
Mhm.
And if you start to see little redness around that area, this area right here, that's dealing with your lungs. That's lung congestion, irritation, right on the outside of the tongue, on the edges on both sides. Are y'all seeing this?
Mhm.
If you start to see raised bumps on either side, that's a sign of bronchitis.
Wow.
Yeah. If you start to see things start to get higher and thicker on that time, that's dealing with pneumonia or pneumonitis, or I don't know exactly, pneumonitis. Yeah, that means inflammation in the lungs.
Pneumonitis. Okay, I got you.
Pneumonitis, right. If you start to see, and this is where someone talked about last week, the ripples on the outside of the tongue. that represents unabsorbed nutrients. That means you're not digesting your food properly. Now, how many people see that? Yeah, I see a lot of children with that. I see a lot of children with this one because they're eating too much processed foods and they're getting overweight. And that's definitely what the first signs you're going to see. Now, if you see a spot right in the back part, now this is somebody that it's interesting that if somebody were to stick out their tongue at you, this is what you would see about them. So it allows you to actually see it yourself in the mirror, but it also allows the person that's looking at you start to look at it too. I'm going to show you something else that's going to blow your mind after this is over. But that would represent toxic waste and gas.
Wow.
Right in here. See that area? Now, a spot like this in the middle, like a red spot or a white perimeter, right in here, white with red perimeter, that's toxic waste and gas in the digestive system.
Dang.
I heard that,
Believe
Mark.
me, folks, this is really happening. This is really happening. This is definitely something that you will see in a lot of people. If you have a tongue that's jittery, you ever see someone stick out the tongue and it shakes?
Shakes all
And
the
it
time. Yep.
shakes. When it shakes and they can't keep it still, that's dealing with nervousness, stress, fear, anxiety. They got a nervous issue. Wow. Isn't that something? Now, look at this one right here. This one is interesting. Look at this, Big B.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, guy.
If you got this one right here,
a horseshoe.
it look like a horseshoe, that's your colon. How about that? That almost looks like your digestive system, doesn't it? That looks like
Sure
your
does.
ascending, transverse, and the descending side of your colon.
Yeah.
So guess what? Colon problems.
That's creepy.
Boy, ain't this deep? This is if you can't see God, you ain't looking. I'm sorry. You can't see God,
Deeper than
you
the
ain't
ocean
looking.
floor.
You are not looking. But guess what? When you see those edges way in the back, in the corners, they got them kidneys.
That's scary.
Yeah, you know those kidneys right in the back. Y'all gonna be looking at y'all tongues, ain't y'all?
And this is true.
How about right in the very center, in the very front, just below the tip, right there? That's heart stress. Now, one that I'm starting to see a lot of, I can tell you a lot of that I'm seeing, is when you see someone, they open their mouth and they got cracks all in here. See all these cracks? All those cracks, those are chronic problems, colon impacted, prolapse, diverted pathways. That's a prolonged, sometimes prolapse, or some form of impacted colon. It's probably stretching also. Too much processed foods. It's getting impacted. Also, now the last four that are here have everything to do with your spine. Now, this is real deep. This is real deep. The line represents in the middle your spinal cord. This is awesome. This is awesome. So if you have a strong line right there, immunity, stress, emotional, spinal column, middle line, it's not on all the tongues, but definitely that represents your strength of your immune system. So if you have at the lower part towards the back of the tongue, if you have a little squiggly line right around there, guess what that represents? The lower back. I see you, D. See, he's looking at the tongue. All right, we got middle organ. Like if you see a middle squiggly line, that's your middle back. And the very tip of the tongue would be what? Your upper back, upper organ, and any upper problems. Ain't that deep? So that would mean that your head would represent this part of your body, and this would be the rest of your body.
That's
Got
what
it?
I have. I have that.
Yep. So that right there would represent upper neck issues, cervical.
Oh my God, I got this thyroid. Oh my goodness.
Cervical, thoracic, lumbar. That's what that would be. Isn't that amazing? So
Yes,
I
it
wanted to
is.
just share that for the family. I want to see if I can get another picture. I got another picture here I wanted to see, but I'm gonna come off sharing. So we have any questions, we can go in there, Big B. We can go back to there. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right. But isn't that deep? That
Yes,
you
it
can
was.
look at your taste bud, your tongue. And
Scary.
that's called a tongue diagnosis. That's the
Lord,
tongue.
amen.
Wow.
In fact, let me see.
Thank
Let me
you.
see if I can do this. I'm gonna do one more.
I gotta
Go
look
ahead,
at my
Big
tongue.
B.
You know what, Dr.
Anybody have
Paul?
questions?
You know what, Dr. Paul? When I went to go, they looked at my thyroid, and then they started talking about, well, we want you to come back because we want to just cut a little. I was like, oh, wait a minute, you can't find no other kind of way to tell what's going on.
Ain't cutting, ripping, to burn nothing out of
No,
here.
I
That's
know that's right. I know that's right. All right,
Right.
Dr. Paul. Melissa was up next, but to
Just a
give you a
second,
chance to
Bill.
find your other chart.
Just
Okay.
a second, Melissa and Dr. Bill. Dr. Paul, I could not find that chart that you were looking at. Can you post the website or the line, the link for that? Because I couldn't find it.
For this one right here.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
I
one
never-
you were
yeah,
doing.
No, I never posted that one.
Yeah.
First
And when
time I
you
posted that.
when you get done tonight, Dr. Paul, send both of the
I
charts
will
to me.
send. I will send that to.
Okay.
I
Send
will
it to
send
me.
that for the
Thank you.
chat. Yep, I'll make sure. I do.
Yeah. Send to me, and I'll include it into the chat, guys, when you request it. How about that? All right.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did put a picture of it in the chat. If that
Okay.
helps anybody.
Okay.
Okay, I see
Sounds
it. Yeah.
good. Sounds good. Sounds good. I wanted to get. Let me do one more thing here, Big B. I want to show. I was trying to show one more. I want to show one more. Let me see here. Let's show one more picture so that you get a better understanding of what the tongue looks like. So I'm going to do this one. Y'all with me? Y'all got quiet on me.
Oh
Everybody
no,
good?
that's why they quiet, because they're waiting.
Yeah, we're looking at our tongue. Wait.
Y'all looking at your tongues, ain't you?
Yeah,
Yep.
buddy.
Okay. So you saw what you saw what I gave you, right? You saw what I gave you. Now I'm going to give you a full picture of what your tongue looks like when we're looking at it to break it down to see what's going on with you. So you might want to bring your phones out, take this, or again, Big B, I'm going to send these over to Big B so you can take your snapshot, or it'll be in the program for you. Okay.
Right.
Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Isn't that interesting? This is an
Yeah.
ancient African chart. This is an ancient African symbolic of what we do in African holistic health. And as you can see, those areas that we talked about, it looks like a body upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting? So that
Yes.
means your head would be down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Head would be down here.
Mm-hmm.
Your lungs would be over here. Remember,
That's
I told
deep.
you if you saw those lung issues, right in the middle part, that's your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Stomach was a little bit farther down here.
Pretty good.
Your spleen on the left side. Ain't that the right side, y'all? The left
Yes,
side
sir.
or the right side?
Yes, sir.
And the liver's on the side. What side is that on? Just in case you don't remember. It's the right side.
That's the right side.
Your
Right side.
pancreas right under here. Your intestines. Remember the upside down horseshoe, Big B, you was
Yes.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
Looks just like that, didn't it?
Sure did.
And then, of course, the last part would be
Yes, it
the
did.
left and the right side of the actual kidneys. Got it?
Wow.
Now, you also see right here, this is your spinal column. Comes right down the middle, right here. So if you had upper right here, this would be what? Cervical. If you saw a squiggly line between here, that means that would be what? Thoracic.
Thoracic,
And
yes.
down here would be your lumbar.
Hmm.
And then you think that's why scripture says you are wonderfully and marvelously
See,
made.
Yes.
Now do you get it? Now do
Made.
you understand? This is how we looked at each other to see if we were sick. We didn't have to do all the stuff that they're doing and probing, poking, jabbing, and stuff like that. The body, if you look at it right, and if you got the right knowledge, it's going to tell on itself. It's going to say what's going on. And it screams out to you, this is what's going on with me. Got it?
This is deep, man. This is deep. This is
Deep on the open floor.
Got it? So to God be the glory. Amen.
Amen.
Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen. Amen. In here, big time.
Thank you, Dr. Paul, for the knowledge. Thank you.
You the man.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Oh,
You the man. You the man.
Pastor Paul.
Dr. Kofi, Dr. Kofi.
All right.
Bad to the bone, bad to the bone.
That Kofi keep coming around here, but I keep giving God the glory, man. God is
Slightly.
All right,
but I
my.
wanted to show that to you because you don't need always, you can look at your body, it will tell itself. This is excellent also for children. When you don't know what's going on with the children, you can say, open your mouth. And you can start to see, look at that chart. That chart, that'll tell you a lot. That'll tell a lot about you. Got it? So these are ways that we do. We can also break down the ears, the face. We can do the hands, the feet. We even do the upper part of your body, the torso, down to your feet, your legs. We can do every part of your body, screams and tells how and what's going on with you. So here's what we would do. Part of our thesis that we had to do at the end, we had to do assessments. I had to do maybe about 100 assessments. So we basically go through and we look at each person and we look at the person, kidneys is under the eyes. So if you remember I always told you all about the face, right? The kidneys are under the eyes, right? So if there's puffiness under the eyes, that's what? Inflammation. If there's dryness under the eyes or dark circles, that's stress. The side in which that is on represents the kidney on that side. So another way you can back that up is the look in the mouth. So what would I be looking for if I was looking on the tongue? I would be looking way back here to that back part. And if I saw something on the right or left side, kidney problems. And guess what? It matches every time. So that's what's wonderful about this system. It's a perfect system created by genes. So keep that in mind. All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
That was the lesson for today.
All right, Dr. P. I can't take you. You give me a headache, man. All right, guys, real quick. Melissa? Go ahead, Melissa.
Dr. Paul and Brother Bill, how you doing?
Yeah, just fine.
Good. Really
hey,
quick.
Dr. Paul.
Yes.
Yes. Melissa's got the floor. She got the floor.
Okay, so my most urgent question is this. I just discovered today my sister who received a liver transplant last year, has steroid-induced diabetes. And what they have done, the liver was producing too many enzymes, so they put her on the steroids. The steroids has caused diabetes. They left her on the steroids and have now given her insulin to take. Is there anything natural that she can do with that liver transplant?
Absolutely. There's something done with everything. But see, she has gone already and made her decision on what she's doing. You can't split the fence. Got it? You can't split the fence. So when she's done, she's already gone forward and she's gone with the system. So she's going to have to do what they tell her to do. Now, is there hope? Absolutely. We never give up on folks. Breathing, you got a shot. But that means that she has to get her whole lifestyle changed. She's you got to unravel what the allopath system has already done to and for and to her. And then you got to bring her back on this side. So it's always yes. But it's usually to what level and magnitude can the person actually do it. That's where the will comes in. Number one thing that I tell people when I sit down with them, if they're going through something that's been traumatic, terminal, or they've been given bad news, you know what the first question I start with? That's what the first question I say. Do you want to live?
Yeah, there you go.
That's the first question. Do you want to live? Then if you want to live, then you'll do what you got to do. And that means you're going to have to change your lifestyle because the body says, I'm a righteous temple. And I'm a righteous temple that only functions on the truth. So you give me a lie, I'm going to show you disease. I'm going to show you death. Got it?
Right.
You gotta know back to your fundamentals. What am I doing wrong? And that's been mistaught, miseducated, misunderstood, misrepresented in all levels. So we have to go back to re-educating and transforming our mind by what? The renewing of our mind.
minds, yes.
Transformation happens with the renewing of your mind. So it starts, you can do it, she can do it, but it starts with an assessment. You got to get a baseline, and then we move forward. Okay? So that's
Do you? She's in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Do you have a reference, referral for anyone out there?
Not doing what I'm doing here. I can only say that I can do phone consultations to help her. Okay, but the move may be something, if she can get here, I can help her. I mean, I got people coming from all over the country and the world to come in to see and to make it. That's a part of, do you want to live? Got
Right,
it?
exactly.
Part of that means there's no distance between my health. Got it?
Exactly.
You know, people will try to measure that and say, I ain't going all the way across the country. You still sick? Yep.
Yeah.
No.
You know, right?
Somebody got the answer that can help you. I'm on the first thing smoking. You got it? I'm going to get there to get your healing. You know, that's a form of faith. Just like Christ was always said, you know, now that I heal you, go do something. He told the man, he put mud on his eye and said, what? Now go wash it out.
I know
Do
that's
something. You got to do
Hallelujah.
something. You got it? You got to do something. So that means you got to do something. Even if your faith is being challenged, you have to do something.
Yes.
Got it? So whenever you have something and you're facing a high hill or a climb, you have to be proactive. And that's usually where people fall short. So I'm saying this so that everybody that's listening can be encouraged at the same time, that you're not strangled by what somebody says or what the situation you've been through. Your faith shall make you whole. Got it? Your faith can make you and shall make you whole, but you got to believe it though. Got it?
Got it.
So,
One quick short thing. How often am I supposed to be testing my acidic levels again?
As often as you need.
You can.
As
I thought
often as you need to know. As often as you need to know. It's not more of a thing just to do. It's for you to know, because when you know, now you have to be proactive. Got it? So if I know I'm acid,
I'm starting to notice those imbalances that you've been you were pointing out. And then I saw the formula and I said, oh my gosh, I forgot how often he told me to test.
Yeah, so you can take it as often as you want to. But remember, always do it before a meal, never after meal, and just log yourself. I would start to log it down, you know, what the numbers are, when you took it, and also in the comments section, write, how do I feel right now? How is it making me feel? You know, how do I feel at this moment? Because that does count. That really does count. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. Paul.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's that?
It's Farouk. How you doing tonight?
I'm good.
All right,
how are
Farouk,
you?
how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. I wanted to ask about that meeting. You were supposed to send me some information over. And I have a question regarding PCOS. What can a person do to basically restore their health back to normal functioning?
Well, again, you're talking about, you know, again, balance. These are all balance issues. Got it? So you got to go back to balance. You know, you have, is Dr. Clarenda still on there?
Yes,
Yeah, I think Dr. Clarenda, I would definitely send you in her direction to help you with that. You're talking about polycystic, right? Ovary syndrome, is that what you said, PCOS?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Definitely, you can get an assessment with me, but I think you need the perspective, that person would need the perspective of a female. This is female we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, is this your friend that came on the line the other day? The last time?
No.
Okay, all right. So I would say, Dr. Clarenda, if you can maybe, if you would like the system in that area to help direct them in the right direction, See, you have to do an assessment. Those situations are, you need to have some form of direction. Got it? Starts with an assessment.
Farouk, Dr. Clorinda's information is in the chat. Let me give it to you real quick if you can write it down.
Yeah. So hold on. She about to write it down. 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, while we're waiting, Dr. Paul, once we're done here, we've got 3 more, and then we're past the
And I
time.
gotta
We're at
get
9
real.
o'clock
I
now.
gotta get going.
You ready? Oh yeah, they ready.
Yeah, okay, the number is 615-714, yes, 714 4613.
4613. What's her name?
Dr. Clorinda Burton Shannon.
Ooh. How you spell that?
CLARINDA Burton, BURTON, Shannon, SHANNON.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
So
Thank you.
need- so
Thank
just
you,
keep
Farouk.
in mind that she would need an assessment first to see what is the situation. You
Right.
can't move forward until you find out what you're dealing with.
Right.
Okay.
So she'll come to you first then, huh?
That would be a good move first, because then I can help her with that, because that's going to be dealing with how to eat, how, I can pick up a lot of things there. And especially with cycles and rhythms, digestion, lymphatic system, things like, is the pseudomotor moving, all those things, definitely. Because that's
And
important.
it's funny you saying that because we're working on plant-based eating. So
yeah, keep working
All right.
with it. Keep working
Okay,
with
Farouk.
it, okay?
All right, guys, here we go. Here
Appreciate you,
in
buddy.
line, Mike Baker, Yvette, and Stephanie. And that's it. We're out. Because I know you're on time, Dr. You got to run.
Yeah.
Mike Baker. Go, buddy.
I will bless the Lord at all
Mike
times.
Baker, what's up, buddy?
All times I will bless his name.
Yes.
Hey, Doc, I've got 4 or 5 people in my circle of women in my different sides of my family who are doing battle with breast cancer. I've been hearing a lot of conversation around soy as something that's triggering or being a part of the fight against it, keeping the soy levels down. I got a little confused about what you said a little earlier. And I just wanted to ask you to kind of step back into that just for a minute.
Right. So I was saying that it's not soy, it's the modification of the soy. It's what they're doing to the soy. And America is so over processed and synthesized that we're not dealing with the real soy. So if you're dealing with soy, you want the non-GMO soy. That was when sister was actually bringing in lecithin, and she was saying that a lot of the lecithin came from soy. And then people automatically throw up a red flag and say bad. No, it's not. It's non-GMO. The ones that most people are exposed to, and that means including this research and studies, are dealing with genetically modified, not organic. So soy can actually help in a lot of ways balance a lot of things out for the body. But again, we're not getting the real soy. So the truth of the matter is get real soy, non-GMO.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to breast cancer, though, I'm going to tell y'all, I was telling, I think I mentioned it maybe on this platform before one other time. I'm seeing a combination of certain things that are tied to breast cancer. And I was saying that's part of the top 10 toxic food list. Got it? So every woman, you need to be aware of these things. The one thing that I was saying is meat, got it? Shellfish, cheese, dairy, and some kind of a fermentation, which means in this case, white wine. You got it? Did y'all get those 5? Those are the things that you tend to make the body very acidic, and it slows down or literally stops the lymphatic system. So keep that in mind, okay?
It's meat, shellfish, cheese, white wine.
Yeah.
And
right, fermentation.
Okay.
Yeah, fermentation is the wine. Okay, and any kinds of fermentation. That shrimp
And
that
vinegar.
cheese,
Mhm.
dairy, and definitely the meat. Those are all proliferators of things like cancer. Got it? They fall on the acidic side, but it comes with a sort of representation and lifestyle that people are getting into. And, you know, hey, you don't have a little shrimp on the barbie, you know, laying back, you know, drinking wine, you know, that lifestyle, it promotes a lot of lymphatic issues. Men too, not just women, men too. So you gotta watch a lot of this stuff because it makes the body very acidic. Got it? Makes the body very acidic and it shuts that lymphatic system down and then nothing moving. You got it? Nothing moving. Can't push that
Thank
stuff
you.
out. And then the first thing starts with a little lump here, a little lump there. And it's not trying to, there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, the lymphatic system is the secondary circulatory system. So it's trying to move out. But there can be infections in that system. It could be lymphatitis, could be bacteria, virus, could be fungus, could be anything. But a lot of that stuff that you're eating is very acidic and it allows all of that bacteria, virus, fungus, sepsis, and parasites to exist. So that's why we start to cleanse every change of seasons.
And no exercise.
And no exercise. That's right. Because what ultimately moves the lymphatic system is exercise. And also sweating, pseudomotor. Got it? So see how it works, y'all? That's the way it works.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right.
Okay, thank you, my
Mike.
brother.
All right,
Appreciate
Yvette, real quick, Yvette and Stephanie. Yvette?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Dr. Paul, Big Bill.
Yes.
2 questions. Spirulina chlorella, 50% spirulina, 50% chlorella. Is it okay to take that in a tab? Or should it just be? Oh, good. I didn't think
either one. Yeah.
I thought it would be too much because they do they do the same thing or?
Yeah, they're basically vegetables, sea vegetables. They're aquatic, so some of them you'll see spirulina. It depends on where it comes from. But chlorella is probably the highest on the platform when it comes to sea vegetables. That is my highest that I say. You know, it's an algae, so it is actually one of the best forms of nutrition for hydrogen base. Chlorella is, remember, it has ancient origins on the microscopic level where you can look at the cell and see that it's so prehistoric that you couldn't even, when you capture it, break it down with your body. They have to break the cell wall. And to break the cell wall, which means that you can't absorb it because it's so old. Now, Big B, this is how old it is. People say, well, how old is it? But anyway, it's so old.
Is it?
It's so old that the lining of the cell is so thick, you can't absorb it. When they break the cell wall, they use this thing called the pounding process. So when you're seeing that version that you have, the question you want to always ask with chlorella is, how was it processed or broken down? Was it broken with pounding? Was it broken with heat? Got it? Those are the 2 things that you want to do. If you would use heat, it's not as effective as pounding. Okay. So if you look on there, maybe it will say it on the bag, on the actual product itself. Is she still there?
Yes.
She's still there.
You see it on there?
I don't have it in front of me, but it's the brand Sun Food or Sun
Food. Sun.
Something with Sun. I have 2 products that have Sun. I just got a new one. It's organic.
Is this say Sun Food? Is this the one that says, I'm looking at one I just pulled up here. 50-50 blend, whole green nutrients, super algae tablets. Is that
I
it?
know it's organic and I know it's non-GMO.
Yeah, here it is right here. I got it. It says crack cell wall. Chlorella. The cell walls are broken using a chemical-free pressure and release technique. Remember I just said that, right?
Okay.
Either about pounding, chemical-free, no chemicals, allows for optimal absorption in chlorella and its powerful nutrition. So there you go right there. That's a good one.
Which one, which name brand are you looking at? Sun what?
Sun Food Superfoods.
Okay,
Is that the one?
another, I'm not sure because I have two Sun products and I don't remember which one.
Right,
I'm
there's Sun Chlorella, which is just chlorella. And then there's this Sun Food, superfoods. It's in
So
a
I
white
did-
bag. Is yours
the
in a
one
white
that I-
bag?
The one that I'm using is 50% spirulina, 50% chlorella.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at right here. Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay to take. Another question about the nose, the environment of the nose. We talked about the tongue, but what is your nose environment supposed to be like? Is it supposed to be dry inside? Is it supposed to be mucusy? Like, what should it feel like inside?
Balance. Yep, balance.
that
Not
mean?
drying. Yep, should be balanced. Not too dry, not too wet. And it
Okay.
should be a balance going on with that. Remember, your nose is your filtration, oxygen, but also the difference between people say, well, do I breathe through my nose or do I breathe through my mouth? The difference is your nose has filters. That's your hairs in you. That's
Yeah.
when it's filtered air. As opposed to the
Okay.
mouth goes directly through. So
And
you
one
got-
last question. Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
One more.
One last question, the spine L4, L5, if the bones are loose and the doctors are recommending a rod with screws, is there, before that happens, the surgery happens, is there a possibility of saving those bones? They're loose in that area? Is
Well,
there
it
something-
would be dependent. Yeah, you got to really look at that. That's an assessment. You would have to do an assessment with that. Usually I can speak in general, just in general. I don't know that you would have to really go in detail. There's no way I could possibly answer that one. It would be definitely the strength of the back. The good Lord, so I don't know. Okay, the actual back itself is strength by muscles. Got it? That's what holds the spine in place. That's what the good Lord designed. Usually when people have weak backs, that's when their problems start. So
Okay.
strengthening the back has a lot to do with that. So that would be like squats, things like that, rows. I would start to build the spine first. Okay, build the spine first as much as you can. Somebody's mixing up. I got too much background here somewhere.
Good. We're good.
Yeah. All right. All right. So
Thank you. Have a
hopefully
great
that'll help you there.
Okay. All right, Stephanie, you're the last one.
Stephanie.
Good evening, Pastor Dr. Paul.
All right, Pastor Dr. Paul.
You know what? I just want to thank you for your love of life, your love of making sure others have healthy bodies, healthy minds, healthy lifestyles. I just want to thank you. 1 John 4:16, it says, God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God is in them. Thank you for God that's in you, and you share it freely with God's people. That's why I call you Doctor.
God bless
Yes, sir.
you. God bless you, sister. Thank you so much. Bless your heart. Thank you
I
so
just-
much.
Thank you. I just have two announcements.
Mhm.
I was online at Piper's Rock company, and they're right now this week having a sale on pH balance strips. And they're like $3 for 100 strips in a pack.
What?
And
You
yeah,
better
they're
jump
regular,
on that deal.
yeah, they're regular, their regular prices still reasonable, is like $6.99. But the sale is for this week.
Okay, Piping Rock. That's Piping Rock, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Piping
And,
Rock.
and this other one, I hope I'm not doing myself this justice. But anyway, at the corner of Gowan and Germantown Avenue, there is a beer distributor that keeps a wall of Crystal Geyser water.
Oh, that's all right. That's what's up. They
Well,
sell it. You better go in there and grab it.
That's all, folks. Thank you. Have a good
That's
evening.
all right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Appreciate you.
Dr. Paul, I just have one quick,
Go to that beer distributor and get that water.
I just have one quick comment to Yvette. Yvette would need to, because I'm trying to know anatomy, trying to visualize something loose in the back.
Yeah.
So I would encourage them to explain in detail what that means.
Yeah, that's what
They're talking about cutting and putting rods and stuff. No, they have to explain in detail with diagrams exactly what they're talking about.
And then once you get that explanation, you need a breakdown of the procedure that they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And let me see the control studies on people that had this done that look like me.
Well,
how did this work out? And ultimately, was it done in the United States? And did the people, can I call them right now and talk to them?
Yes, success
This is how
success
you
ratio.
go into these research things than to research for yourself.
Yep.
So that you can be on point and have a better quality of life and hold people accountable for what they're telling you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Gotta hold them accountable. So thank you, Dr. Corinda. Appreciate you. Good stuff.
All right, Dr. P,
All
get
right,
on
buddy.
my phone.
I'm getting out of here.
All right, guys. Listen, well, I'm gonna put him out here so he can go take care of his little last minute stuff. Last minute again. Make sure to get a copy of tonight's chat. What do? Send me an email to meccavideo@gmail.com. Again, meccavideo@gmail.com to continue to support the family tree. Use my Cash App. Okay, that's $ BILMORGAN. That's $ BILMORGAN. If you want to continue to support us by using Zelle for the bank, that ID number is Dr. Paul at drpaulherb.com. That's Dr. Paul at drpaulherb.com. And also use the P.O. Box. Send it to P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. It's P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. All right, guys.
All right,
Dr. B, out, man. Gotta get out. Gotta get out.
Big, man. Let me tell you, buddy. We got to get on out of here.
Yeah, buddy.
But I guess you say, it's been great. I hopefully
Yeah.
Did you learn anything tonight, y'all? Put your hands together.
As always, man.
All right, put your hands together. We say this is always a place
Love that
where you
tree.
ask those hard questions, and hopefully the family, share this information, because that's what we say. We don't charge you for anything other than the truth. So go tell somebody, be encouraged, and remember, if you're breathing,
Yeah, gotcha.
I want to give a special thank out to Prophetess over there, aka
Fingers in the house.
Good to see you. And of course, we gotta give
Night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, buddy.
Al Morgan.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Hey,
Thank y'all
that's
so
what's up.
much. It's been a pleasure as we continue to do this thing.
Good night.
I want y'all to be encouraged. Give this information to somebody, help somebody get through this.
Yo.
No matter what you're doing, you can change your situation by the transformation and renewing of your mind. How about that? That sound about right?
That's right. All right, Dr. Corinda. See you next week.
Tap.
Yeah.
I see you, Mark.
All right, Claudia.
I see you, Mark.
Cricket.
I see you,
Rochelle. Nita. Dolores.
Come on, man.
All right. Hey, Margaret. Yeah. Marcy. Margot. Arencia. Tina.
All right. Come on down.
Yeah.
And breathe. Tap.
Yeah.
All right. On the other side, on the inside. Good. On the other side. Tap. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Trust me on that one. Don't forget to breathe. I'll see you, Margaret. Good seeing you, Margaret. Ain't seen you in a while. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Breathe in.
All right, breathe out.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come on, one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. If y'all remember from last week, we're going to get that one. Did you try this one? You remember when you drop your head straight down?
That's right. The cracker.
Rotate your head all the way around. Good. Like in a giant circle. Gotta rotate your head all the way around. Good. And breathe. All the way around. One more time. Stop. And go back the other way. If you did 3 one way, you gotta do 3 the other way. Keep rotating. And move. Don't rock the shoulders. Don't rock the shoulders. Just the head if you can. Roll around. That loosens up that muscles. Now
Yeah.
gets it real loose. One more time and breathe. Don't forget to breathe while you're rotating. Breathe. And up. All right. How you feel? Feeling good? All right. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. I want everybody to shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Ah, there you go. Shake it out. That's a new dance there. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Do the same thing with your leg when you get a chance to get up. All right. There you go. All right. Last thing, we want to get a little energy. We want to take an energy bath. All right. Rub the hands together and clap. And clap. And clap. Good. And clap. Good. And clap. Good. And stop and put it all over you. Put it all over you. This is an energy bath. Don't touch yourself. No matter how much you want to try, Big B. Don't touch yourself. Bring it on down. And you can take that energy and put it all over the body. If you got shoulder pain, you got knee pain, you got joint pain, with good intentions, you put this over your children too and say, stop acting so crazy. And then bring that energy right into them. So one more time. One more time. Clap and clap. And the last one is stop. Rotate the top one, keep the bottom one still. Do you feel any energy in there? Woo, getting bigger there, y'all. Take that, bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, thanks for tuning in to the Family Tree.
Yeah.
Breathe it, you got a shot. You got a shot.
You're breathing, you got a shot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Good to see everybody. See y'all on the weekend.
All right, we'll see y'all. Share this information. Be a blessing to somebody in their life. All right.
Yeah.
10, 9,
Yes.
8,
Yes.
7, 6, 5, 4,
What?
3, 2, and 1. We'll see y'all later.
Good night. God bless them.
Good night. Hey.
All right, good night.
Good night, Bill.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.